Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I am Kevin Clark. Still got it. I'm talking about myself. Above the fold, the NFL playoffs. You ever hanging out in your younger days, you get a call from a friend, they say, having a big party, parents are out of town. That's what's happening here. The New England Patriots, the perennial parents of the NFL, are out of the playoffs. Now we have what we haven't had in a decade, which is a divisional round without the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are the greatest dynasty in the history of football, and I think you could extend that to the history of sports. I don't know who would be better in a league that legislates fairness. The New England Patriots are very impressive. I'm glad as a football fan that they exist. Having said that, it's going to be fun now that they're out. The New England Patriots represent a certain type of competence. Okay? They are the house, and the house always wins. They understand how to take advantage of bad teams and dumb teams. There's a lot of those. But when you remove them from the equation, and we have this year, you kind of get what you've always fantasized about, which is a league where you don't have the New England Patriots. Anything can happen. I like incompetence. I like the idea that there could be a couple of teams that are going to get weird here. We don't have to worry about an ugly, grinded out game, which is how the Patriots are winning this year. That's how they would have beaten the Tennessee Titans had they beat them last week. That's how they would have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs if they played next week. And that's how they would have played Lamar Jackson had they played an AFC Championship game. I want to see a dunk contest, and that's what we're getting. Dwight Howard's not coming to this dunk contest. Patrick Mahomes is coming to this dunk contest. Lamar Jackson's coming to this dunk contest. George Kittle on the other side of the bracket's coming to this dunk contest. Maybe Aaron Rodgers coming to this dunk contest. But the Patriots are the people who block the dunks.
What funeral are you going to today?
My career. I'm a big World War I head.
The haircut goes in the water.
Mina, ESPN, host of the ESPN Daily.
And the Mina Show.
And the Mina Show.
Featuring Lenny.
The NFL playoffs are in full swing. You are a Seattle Seahawks fan. The Seahawks played a very weird game over the weekend, and now they play the Green Bay Packers. Are they going to win?
Can I check on with my jacket now?
No. It would be a continuity thing. It'd be on the IMDb Groups page if you took it off.
I'm going to take it off.
Okay.
You want us to hang it on the coat rack?
Yeah, I only wore it to show Kevin up because it's a really nice jacket.
And then I zagged. I zagged and went with a suit today.
I can't really decide if you look like a hitman or a waiter in an Italian restaurant today.
The answer is hitman.
Speaking of hitmen,
J-Lo?
I'm pretty sure the Seahawks are trying to ruin my life every time they play.
Explain this to me.
Okay.
Why can't the Seahawks just win games like normal people?
So
they had the talent, the coaching,
right.
all of that stuff, and then they look at these things and they say, what if we fucked it up?
Okay, you're right, you have that iconic tweet.
We'll get it up.
You guys probably know the Seahawks have the win differential of a much crappier team. Yeah. Point differential, pardon me.
They're basically the good Chargers.
Yeah. People assume that's because they're just bad. My theory is actually the Seahawks have one or two insane situational coaching error every game that prevents them from scoring and not having such bad point differential.
So it's Pete Carroll's problem.
And yet, Pete Carroll's a really good coach.
Where's Tom Brady going to play next year? We got Tom Brady. All right, so Los Angeles Chargers, New England Patriots, the Chicago Bears.
Wildin'. Well, so the Bears satisfies a lot of the requirements. It's an actual big market, good team. The problem is they are committed
to another legend. I think Boston is a much better city than Chicago. That is true.
Name 3 ways.
I enjoy Boston's proximity to other cities. 4 hours to New York. I went to the Kennedy Library a couple weeks ago when I was there and I had a good time. Good fits. The Kennedys had great fits, and I really need to emphasize that.
Chicago has comedy.
Boston has comedy. Ever heard of Joe Rogan? Let's get into Mike McCarthy real quick.
Oh boy.
This was an uninspiring hire, but I think it could be an okay hire.
Okay, uninspiring how?
He didn't have all that much success with Aaron Rodgers in his prime. You wonder if he had that much success with Aaron Rodgers in his prime, what then does he do with Dak Prescott, who I think is really, really good. Mike McCarthy's developed into Mr. Analytics now.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite subplots of the NFL season. I'm not buying it. Like, we won't, no, you know what it's like? It's like when your friend's brother goes to college, or no, spends like a year in the Peace Corps and comes back and he's like talking about the global hegemony. And it's like, I remember you yelling at the Xbox for hours. And like now you're Mr. Worldly and I'm not really buying it.
That's called personal growth.
That's what Mike McCarthy did.
Wow. Home run hire.
It could have been worse.
They could have hired Jason Garrett.
It really is the closest they could have come to hiring Jason Garrett.
It's the first time an entire coaching search was guided by the Spider-Man meme. Spider-Man pointing meme. We'll pull that up.
Well, didn't it really come down reportedly to a
Marvin
sleepover?
Lewis?
Mike McCarthy slept over at Jerry Jones' house, and Jerry never lets his man leave.
Yeah, it was strangely worded.
What do you think a slumber party at Jerry Jones' house is like? Like, do you think he does a thing where you put the hand in the warm water?
What is it?
Me too. It makes you pee. You don't know this?
No, I don't. What the fuck?
The way it works is you take the hand while someone's sleeping. Are you checking your phone?
My dad asked me if I got a package.
And you put it in a bowl of warm water.
Okay.
And it makes you pee.
It works.
It's science.
That is as good an analogy as any for the Dallas Cowboys coaching search. 8-year-olds peeing themselves. We'll be right back.
How did you not know that?
Do you think we actually have commercial breaks in the show? Horoscopes. All right, Mina, when's your birthday?
September 8th.
September 8th, you're a Virgo. Quiet can be the most eloquent way to contribute. There's wonder in your understatement, profundity in your silence.
Well, that's awkward. Did you know that
Tough.
before we even sat down?
Tough one. Any comment?
What's your
karmic
birthday?
payback for the World War I dig. Club Kevin, Aquafina, Michelle Williams.
Who's that? Oh, the guy.
That's the guy who did 1917. I want to put him in, but then we would go back to unpleasantness. Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated, and it led directly to me getting dunked on.
I'm really sorry.
Tom Hanks, you're in Club Kevin. Woo! The number one honor of Tom Hanks' career is an Oscar, and number 2 is Club Kevin. That's it. Woo! All right, you see The Irishman?